In this video, I'm going to bring you along for 3 to 4 months inside of my life. You'll get to see my friends and who I'm spending time with. You'll get to see insight into my business, the day-to-day meetings, who I'm hiring, who I'm firing, and why, the finances behind that, personal travel, business travel, investments, and a whole lot more shenanigans. This is the type of video for me that I know will be cool to look back on later.
We do about, between Amazon and D2C, about 7 million a month in D2C, 25 to 30 million a month is B2B.
Always seek wise counsel. It gets harder the further you go because there's less people to get advice from, but it's incredibly important. I had a great chat with Dom. He owns a portfolio of CPG brands that do about 350 million a year. Very helpful conversation since that's an industry I'm scaling pretty heavily into. Chat soon.
Let's cheers.
About to have a meeting with Dennis, and we've got some good stuff to go through. So we're working on offer, front end and upsell on the back end, as well as some subscription retention, which has been our monthly project at the moment. Oh, what up? Here's the logic behind it. If we get one teeny tiny tweak with the offer, front end or back end, even if it's just an upsell. These are the approved offers that I had gone through and approved for the team to build funnels off of. Basically had a 2-hour meeting with Dennis going through a bunch of offers and approved funnels that we're passing off to our dev team so they can build out for us to launch ads on. All right, today is the 22nd, and I've been working really hard the last couple of weeks with the team. We're doing a lot of Q4 prep, and we just got some good news on the Amazon side. Kind of hit a new record, which is awesome. This is so far this month. So we're just past 225. Again, we're only 3 weeks into the month. But what's interesting, if you take a look on this brand, this is a supplement brand, last month we just crossed that. And again, we still have over a week left in this month. And that was our previous record, which was like 225. So it's cool to be pushing towards that 300 mark. I think we can get Amazon to 500, maybe 700 by the end of the year because we've ran $0 in ads on Amazon until literally like 3 days ago. And I'll show you that. It's kind of funny to see. This is how ad platforms favorite you. But this is the last 30 days. And you see that big spike? That's when we turned on ads. We didn't even spend much, but it's just like, I guess they were saying thank you for spending money on ads. But that should overall improve our ranking with ads long term. That's one of the big benefits on Amazon. So spending money on ads helps your ranking. So slow and steady growth. It's really just one main listing pushing all the sales. And we've been building like 5 new listings at the same time. So slowly trying to get those ranking, build up some good reviews. And I've got an alarm popping off because I've got a meeting with one of my CPAs. So yeah, everything's going good on the e-com side of things. Just a lot of prep work for Q4. I think it's going to be a big one for us. It's going to be exciting. We'll be smashing records we already have this year. So very excited. Now I got to get on this call with my CPA, one of my CPAs who's in Arizona. They handle my real estate holdings and one of my personal tax returns. So got to lock in everything for last year, make sure everything's good to go. It's like a final review and should be good.
Your charitable contributions and carryover charitable contributions that I didn't get from prior years, $22,000, well more than the $14,000 standard deduction.
Yeah, for 25 specifically, we've already exited 2 properties, the partnership in Connecticut on Grove, and then the address one. Good on that front. We just got to plan for the sale of those 2 and the depreciation recapture.
We also have in our back pocket these net operating losses. We still have $330,000 of net operating losses that we can use against income. It's kind of working out pretty well when you look at all this. I mean, you think about what you've done over the last, say, 3 years in all of these operations. I don't think you've paid more than probably $5,000 in taxes over the last 3 years.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
It's kind of crazy, but it's awesome, right? It's been working well, and part of it is the whole Puerto Rico thing, but part of it is too, we've had these huge NOLs.
This is how the game is played long term, is tax planning and proper investments over a long time horizon. This is the thing that most people around me did not do, and I took very seriously right when I was 18, 19, and started investing the majority of my money every year for my entire career into things that would pay off long term. And now that puts me in a very good position to have a lot of optionality. So make sure you're working with the right people. Honestly, the most expensive thing you can do is cheap out on tax work. No worries. Let me know if you need anything else. Shoot that over. I'll get it paid up today and we'll be good.
Enjoy Puerto Rico.
Thank you, sir. We'll catch up whenever I'm back in Arizona. That's my guy right there. Legend. We've been in a very very good tax position for the last many years. Careful planning, being very disciplined with where money gets used, not spending money ridiculously, instead investing a lot of the money early in the right things, and it's just a discipline game, which is then why we're in this position. So there's still tax. There's a lot of property tax on stuff. There's payroll tax for employees. There's tax down in Puerto Rico for the companies. I'm not in the capital gains program in Puerto Rico, so obviously my capital gains are typically either real estate, most commonly, or selling any company in the States. That is not tax exempt by any means for capital gains through Puerto Rico. So still have some stuff there, and obviously, again, tax on the companies down here. And then my main e-commerce holding company, which is in the States, ironically enough, because you have warehousing there, inventory there. We do pay a piece of the profits to the States. So we'll have a decently sizable tax return in the States for the main company. So I can exempt some of those earnings through Puerto Rico because it's where I operate the company from. But it's called the transfer pricing study. So it's kind of a calculation that you have to do and get a proper third-party study done on that and what the industry standards are. So it's been a little bit of additional work to maneuver this, but it's been very good.
All right. Got a package. Got a strong suspicion that this is a new product sample. Just got back from the gym. My first push day in almost 2 months. I was having like a weird pectoral issue. Actually flew up to Miami, got an MRI of kind of my whole right pec area, shoulder. Nothing got revealed. Turns out it was an issue in my neck, whole thing. Anyways, let's crack this sucker open. I think this is from the facility in Arizona. You got no idea how good it felt to finally get a push day. Like half effort, didn't go too crazy, but feeling good. We'll see how it is over the next few days. Oh, baby. Look at this. Pina colada, coconut water, what the heck? And strawberry lemonade. Pina colada with coconut water powder. Interesting. We've got 2 flavors for a very unique type of protein powder line that we're rolling out. So we're continuing to drop new products. This is going to be a clear protein powder. If you don't know what that is, it's exactly as it sounds. It's literally a clear protein powder. It does not clump up. It dissolves very cleanly into water. And it's obviously not as large as regular protein, but we want to roll out both of those options. At this point, we're just doing a lot of sampling and flavor testing on both to figure out which one we want to come in with. Obviously, protein powder, kind of a more legacy style product. Obviously, a lot of competition. You know, everybody has it. It's in every store. So this would be something that's a little bit different, being clear protein. So let's give this sucker a shot. Get some water here. This will be faster. And we're doing this with cold water. So we're going to mix into some cold water just to see what we got going on. Let's give the strawberry lemonade a shot. Oh, damn. That's gas. I do a full guy right here. Boop. I actually don't do powders really because I'm not much of like a shake or a smoothie kind of guy. So I don't like make protein shakes. So I don't really get an easy opportunity to just toss powders into stuff. So for me, this is a little bit outside my wheelhouse. So I did have this sent to one other guy on our team. We'll have a couple other people taste test this as well, but let this dissolve in here. Ooh, pec is not doing well. It's actually a neck issue, but man, that's funny how that radiates to right here. Holy shit, that hurts. The reason I had to go to Miami is because I don't really like dealing with doctors, especially not down here in Puerto Rico, and most MRI places anywhere. Even at my home in Arizona, I called many. They will not let you get an MRI and just pay for an MRI. You have to have a referral from a doctor, and most of them refuse to even send like the actual MRI file. I don't know why, like that's your own health records. Like, no, we can't legally do that. I'm like, fuck off, that's my health records and I can read the MRI. Like, just send me the files. And it was a whole thing. So I flew to a spot in Miami and just paid money straight up just for an MRI. They're like, who's your doctor to send this to? And I'm like, email it to me. And I was a little bit baffled to learn that it was no issue with my pec. That's smooth. I'm getting a strawberry milk vibe. What is that flavor? In a lemonade-y type way. That's very interesting. I don't know if I drink that, but I mean, it's not bad. But this is just part of the process. for testing stuff. It's constantly like reiterating your product. And then I feel like a lot of companies, once they have their product out in the market and it's selling well and things are going, they stop. And I think that's like they stop doing R&D and continuing to tweak their product, the process. Like there's a lot, powders are less complicated, but like a gummy, for an example, the curing process is everything, not even just the ingredients. And so changing the duration, the temperature, the humidity percentage, a lot of those things completely change the experience of the product, the taste, the texture, the flavor, all of it. And we've continuously reiterated on our product and made massive changes to where the point where like we're having to let our customers know. You got 10,000 people on a monthly subscription getting gummies. It's like, hey, FYI, we just changed things. Here's what we changed. Here's why. Let us know what you think. Because you're kind of changing up something that somebody already agreed to buy the other version of. And so it's a big deal. So we're continuing to tweak and reiterate our product. And we've made multiple massive changes to, products selling a lot of units. And I think that's honestly how you win. I really do. And this will be no different. We'll do a lot of testing, roll out the first product of this and continue to tweak it. I literally don't think any product in the world is ever perfect. It's just a constant evolution of better. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Actually, it's 1:30 p.m., but just got back from church, and now it's time to lock in for a work sesh here on the weekend because some team members aren't doing their stuff. We'll see how long they stay team members. It's through an agency that we work with, but sometimes you just got to jump in and do it yourself and be like, look, the stuff that y'all didn't do over the last, 2 months, I did in a day. So, is what it is. But time to change up some results relating to offers, front-end testing, CRO, duplicate landing pages. So I have a separate freelancer on standby who's going to build the pages that I ask. Just duplicate pages, nothing's changing except for the offer. So I'll need to duplicate some products and do a little bit of operational setup in the back end, but we should be good. I'm still not used to these things. I use them like twice a week. I'll put one in for like a 2-3 hour work block. I think it's more the association of work with this has been the benefit, but whatever, I got a lot to do right now, so let's get it done. Total time to outline the offers, create for one of the products, the duplication with the variants, and I did 6 graphic design photos myself that I'm not great at. I'll have our guy redo it this week once he's back in the office, but simple enough to get started. I don't understand. I don't understand why most people don't do anything. Like, it's very true. 4 out of 5 people in your organization don't do shit. They don't add any real value. You need to keep your team small. But in general, like, why does it actually legitimately take people 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes 2 to 3 months, to do something that I can literally do in a couple hours? And okay, it might take 48 hours to actually fully have it launched and done. It's just that time delay, like, it costs the organization so much money in efficiency loss. It's ridiculous. Like, just get it done immediately. I'll never understand, and I don't know. I like to just, look, let's do it. If we have an idea to test, great. It shouldn't be up by, oh yeah, next Wednesday we should get it, like 8 to 10 days. No. If you have an idea, do it. Do it now. Have it live in 2 hours. Like, just do it. Like, almost always you can do that or have someone in your team do it. It's not that hard. So, I don't know. Speed. I have found that when testing stuff, especially when just trying to test and get better performance, results loves speed. Like, you need to turn and burn, and that's a good habit to have. If you're taking a long time with stuff, you're never going to get anywhere. We have a lot more products now, so instead of 1 or 2, we got 6 or 7. So that's we can do 1,000 messages, 2,000 messages a day for each.
Well, have a good week, Hayden.
You as well. We'll chat soon. TikTok's an interesting one. Dealing with other platforms and stuff is difficult, but the way TikTok is run from a management structure doesn't make a lot of sense. Reminds me of, like, if you left a classroom full of kindergartners alone without the teacher, just to watch the chaos. It's kind of like that.
I don't know how much you know about me other than Marco vouching for me, but I'm a sports medicine physician by training, and then I went on to be chief medical for a medically tailored meal company for Medicaid, Medicare patients with disease. So this is my space, so I am pretty comfortable with it. Appreciate it. Talk
Likewise.
to you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
So we just brought on a sports medicine doctor
to be able, as a 6-month engagement to start, but to basically have him endorse our stuff and what we're doing, which is really cool. To be like, a lot of people fake that and they'll put some random doctor with like a fake name and they'll write an article for it. But like to have a real person that actually carries some weight in the space. I don't know how much that'll actually change conversions or change customer sentiment, and it does cost not nothing to do, but at the very least it's legit, it's reputation, and if it helps our current customers feel even more comfortable and trust us more because of the good foot that we are putting forward, if that makes sense, that we're putting our best foot forward, then that's a win, even if it doesn't actually move our bottom line. So long term, keep that as the focus. It helps that I have never taken a payment from this company, besides the minimal salary I'm actually required to take for an S Corp, which is literal, very low. It's a joke. Pays my utility bill. Things are going good.
Nice. All right, boys are buzzing. We're ready. Teeing off here in Niagara Falls. We got like 40 people. We get to tee off in front of everybody. Jake, what's the prediction? What are we feeling?
We're gonna come out hot. Only birdies, 2 eagles. We'll set the course record and we'll win. Yeah.
Only birdies might be a mission.
Nope.
We're good. Look at that bird start.
Start with the bird.
Let's go. Never a bad day when it's piped 308 yards down the center fairway on the one hole where it's the longest drive. Let's go. We didn't win the tournament, but I won a lovely duffel bag for my efforts with the long drive. Time for the boys to have some fun. It's the last night in Canada. Swung by Arizona for a couple days, had dinner with some friends, picked up a new gun, and then swung by our manufacturing facility to check out some stuff. This is one of the rooms where we put all the testing products that we just play around with different formulas, see what tastes good. It's pretty cool. Unlimited candy. All right, this is what a bunch of Q4 prep looks like. We have about 115,000 units of inventory for the supplement brand that's sitting for Q4. That should last us most of the way through. We're still making more stuff. This warehouse is a bit messy right now. We just moved into it. This is 40,000 square feet. The rest is down on the other end and all the offices too. But the team's been busy formulating new flavors, new products, and obviously scaling the main SKUs. But this is what a lot of the back end ops look like. So it's fun stuff. All right, it is early October 2025. We just wrapped up the first week of Q4 and got a new offer banging. So hopefully we can scale front end spend pretty heavily with that. I'm back in my home in Arizona for like 5 days. Just got a bunch of new samples from our manufacturer. I think I got 5 new flavors for our gummies. And we want to start doing drops, testing limited drops where there's actually limited supply and then discontinue it for a bit. And maybe overall add 1 or 2 more flavors slowly to the product line. But I think drops could be cool. All of these gummies could be flavors that we could do for any of our gummy products, right? So I can kind of pick and choose which one it's for. We can mix and match. We've got a coconut lemon, okay? These 2 blank ones are ube. Never seen a gummy that's ube, that's wild. Pink lemonade, which is one that I had wanted to do. I thought that would be interesting. Don't even know what the hell this is. Cactus cooler, all right? And watermelon. Okay, we're gonna start with watermelon. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 new flavors. My right-hand man in this company, Dennis, he already got his samples and tried them. Yeah, he's right. He told me watermelon smelled really good. And first impressions matter a lot. Like on a gummy, taste is one thing, but if it smells really nice too, and you open the bottle or the pouch, that's great. These are crazy. Okay, so this is watermelon. We had tried a strawberry watermelon initial sample. We tried strawberry watermelon and strawberry creamsicle. And we've had strawberry creamsicle as one of our best sellers for like a year now. The strawberry creamsicle is a little bit richer. creamier. Let's try this. Very watermelon hit, like watery. So, I don't know if you can tell, our gummies these days have a sugar coating on them, and we didn't actually increase our sugar content. What we did is we pulled it out of the product, and then we tumble them in a big, we basically dust them. It looks like a mini cement truck mixer, I guess. It just literally tumbles them at an angle on a big thing, and you tip it out. So that's actually solved our number one complaint, which is gummies sticking together. And when you have gummies that are natural, not just pumped with 100% artificial ingredients, they're gonna stick. And so this has actually really helped solve that. This is freaking banger, okay? That's like next level. Definitely want that in the lineup at some point. Cactus cooler. What the fuck is that? Let's see. Okay. Orange. Yo, that's crazy good. It's like a tangy orange, not like a tangerine type orange, but like a candy citrus orange, like gas. I'd say this is even better than watermelon. Holy crap. The cool thing is, like if you're trying to do limited drops, like this is orange. So this could totally, I'm just gonna eat it. This could totally be like a Halloween drop, you know? You get like available for 30 days only. All right, pink lemonade. This one was my idea. I was like, make me something. No smell, literally no odor. Interesting. A little more pinkish than our, shit, what's our other one? We have a white peach. We have our strawberry creamsicle. This is a little different of a hue to it. The lemonade's like building. Didn't get anything the first few chews. Kind of nothing comes in, pops back down a little. I always try it little bites first. You get the sense. That's subtle, which is kind of nice. Like, you know, when you have a gummy and it's just like it's good to have some of those, but a subtle touch could be nice. But I feel like pink lemonade is kind of like a sharp, like it hits you. This doesn't hit you as hard. It's great. It's like, there's nothing wrong with flavor. Like some stuff I don't like. Like usually flavors blend together. These are completely contradictory. You taste both crystal clear. It's a very unique experience. I don't like coconut, so to me I'm like, eh. But I'm honestly a little scared to try the ube. Heard a lot of things. What the fuck? Smells like my garage. Not in like a bad way, but like a stale space way. It's okay. We got like a light purple. Somebody has to do it. Ah. Ooh. Hell no. Hell no. What's also interesting, I feel like a lot of people would taste that. Like I did not like that. You could give me $100, probably $500, and I wouldn't even eat one more of those gummies. I don't like this. But that doesn't mean this flavor is not something that we won't launch because, well, okay, I didn't like this version of it. There's 100 different ways to make this. There's different flavor houses for all the flavors, and those completely change. Like I had a client that we were helping with a supplement thing, and they were doing like a blood orange, and had to try it from like 6 different flavor houses for it to be good. So I did not like that one. I will let them know. I don't really like the coconut lemonade, or coconut lemon. I had somebody else try it, didn't really like it. I'm gonna give feedback from some other people. Excuse me, from some other people. Pink lemonade was good, just very light. And then watermelon and cactus cooler were fuego. It also gives us opportunities, like I'm just thinking out loud, like green gummy. It's like a spring sale and like summer type colors, you know. All right, what do you think, Randy? This is my supervisor. He's just hanging out.
Rather than pumping money into the existing campaigns, to actually create more of a varied campaign strategy.
Like our optimization score is at 14%.
Let's take a look at that today as well.
Because I mean, we offer even like different powders and gummies and like, you know, pre-workouts and creatines and things like that on our site. However, with our merchant center showing no products active in our thing, we cannot break them up.
Just to provide clarity, like that product should never be approved or public. That's a private one over in our Shopify store for a retail order. This is a call with our Google Ads rep, putting together a strategy to go from about $40,000 a month in spend to a couple hundred.
Add products in when everything's duplicated.
All right, busy day. I'm headed out in a few minutes for a weekend fishing trip with some of the boys. Just got a case in for this new phone. I'm glad it arrived right before this because my phone's been all slippery and falling, so don't want it to break. But we're doing some deep sea fishing and some more spear fishing with the boys. So got everything out, got a fresh tip on there. We're ready to rock and roll. I've got my absolutely massive flippers. Very important for spear fishing because we go like 15, 20 feet deep, usually out by some rocks that are like a break outside of the beach. So we're going to a different part of the island. We're going to Rincon, which is known for its surfing and fishing as well. So this should be a good time, little 48-hour trip. Today was a couple of meetings back to back in the morning. I'm like eating while I'm on the call with like our Google ad reps and stuff, just trying to make sure everything is flowing for Q4 because there's a lot of stuff in the works and it's been busy. Very busy last couple of weeks. So honestly, a lot of broken stuff. So I've been a fire extinguisher, putting out many things and just trying to fix problems. So keeping it moving, trying to clean all this stuff up so that we can push spend. We're trying to push our spend, D2C, all the online spend, and we can't do that effectively with all the stuff that's currently broken. So it's a priority. But other than that, I am just wrapping this stuff up, cleaning up, and headed out. All right, and now we're headed out. I got all my stuff loaded up.
Types of fish, local catch.
All right, the boys made it to the Airbnb, little 2.5 hour road trip. Look at the view here. Ready to do some fishing tomorrow, but look at this. Time to have a good time.
Hold on. Booty cheeks, please. Hey, relax. Hey, get out of here, man. You're making me nervous.
Whoa! And what a trip. Back home we go.
All right, and we've got the first, it's not really a lawsuit, but let's say legal kerfuffle inside of the supplement brand, one of the predatory California-based law firms that reaches out to every e-commerce brand for some alleged violation, demanding money. So you got to handle it very carefully to not become a target of more demand letters, because what they're asking for is bullshit.
10 calls from clients in the last week, all saying they received one of these, yes. And I mean, you can imagine the tiny fraction of people who call me in response to this. So I would imagine he's sending thousands, if not tens of thousands of these letters. He's not interested in actually litigating these things, but what he does like to do is if you have an arbitration clause in your terms of use, which you guys do, he likes to leverage arbitration because, one, it costs you guys money to arbitrate.
I spent way too much on lawyers. I haven't not been in a lawsuit since I was literally 19 years old. And that's just the nature of doing business in the US. It's a very predatory and slow-moving system, which is annoying.
So basically, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because the plaintiffs get to choose, do I want to be in arbitration or do I want to be in court?
Bunch of bottom feeder legal firms. Such a scam. And to do anything, they just want money. But it's like the amount of money you have to spend to defend yourself, which you can never recover. People dragging our name through the mud. Oh, $3,000 for this letter, $5,000 for that, and then they respond. It's all these cuts. And next up on this lovely morning is a call with a CRO agency that could hopefully do some of the dev work and custom stuff that I need done. So we'll jump on that call. I've been excited for this. We've had some problems that we need to get solved. It's like pressing us for Q4, and so we're not able to spend as much on ads that we need. So we need to solve a couple things that I don't know how to solve. So let's go. Those two platforms specifically, and have devs that can do some of the custom coding that's needed.
Basically spent an hour going through the scope of the project, making sure it's something they can do, and then hired them on the spot.
Nice one. Sounds good. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. As we've made clear, like, we're not moving platforms again. We just need to find a way to make this make sense and get everything set up, and as quickly as possible, as we're kind of burning through our Q4 timeline here, still not where we need to be. So
yeah, I know there's a couple points I could probably kick it off. I'll shoot Jaden a note just so he knows that we're on, but I've found it's not a question of trying to avoid problems because you can't. It's just about how you respond to them. So right now we're trying to strike a deal to make it make sense to continue using this platform that kind of screwed us. This is a little scary for me, this entire interaction thus far. I'll say it like that. So I'm trying to make sure we can find a resolution because I've never seen anything kind of break this much. I'll go up.
Cheers. Bye. Take care.
Sometimes people fuck up. You got to put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting in people's face like that. Like.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just.
What a mess. What a mess. Good news is, I had the other team on there and they recorded the call, so their dev team's going to go through that.
Who was from the other team?
Dylan. The other person in there who was camera off, just listening. It was the guy who's recording it for their devs, so that their team should now honestly have a perfect look with visual examples of what we want, issues we're having, our pages, and the two devs talking about coding and wrapping and Ajax code and all this stuff. So that should give them a lot of insight into the issues we're currently having. And hopefully they're already familiar with them. You know?
Yeah, hopefully he took those links I saw.
Jumped on a call with another one of our team members to just debrief after that call and figure out what our best next steps are going to be.
Friday is going to be way too late.
Yep.
These guys don't understand how urgent this issue is.
Definitely not.
If you need anything urgent, just shoot me a message on WhatsApp.
Sounds good. Same here.
Okay, potential solutions is, I mean, if you want everything to go up and live, basically, you leave recharge running, you have a compatible subscription app that's compatible with everything, that makes everything run smoothly, and then you just, no new subscriptions to recharge, and then you have like another app that has all the new ones that allows like what we want to do quick. That's like the only thing I could think of.
Think about this for a second. This is weird, but this would create other issues. But in theory, you could have a second subscription app and then just migrate people over. You can just do exports and then delete them, and then you run them through recharge, but you set it up, which you'd lose a couple people, like under 1% throughout from like issues with the migration. The only issue is you'd have to do that like regularly, so they're pinged as new people, right? Because you don't want to do an export like every 2 months, because then when you move them all into recharge, it shows that they just started that day, when in reality they might have been with you for 2 months, so you'd be getting incorrect data. So it'd be weird to do a migration on a regular basis. I used to just email the files to Derek and he would get it all added in and plugged in perfectly. So we could technically do that, but then at that point you're just using recharge for data, which is...
That's not a bad idea.
Actually, that... It could work. It might get a little fucked with some of the variants and stuff, but it's not the worst idea. But then at that point...
If recharge is cucking us, we just have to say, all right, what subscription app allowed us to do everything we wanted to do?
I don't know. I mean, none of them give the data. The only other thing that I can think of is Ceres Analytics helping with data. Problem solving without emotions. This is essentially what I do all day. Yo!
What's up, big dog?
What up, brother? I got you merged in here. Group call.
Whoa.
20 of our developers.
Yeah, okay, bro.
It's Dennis.
Oh my god. I don't want to talk to Dennis.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
More brainstorming. Called one of my friends who's deep in this industry and has an agency that does some of this work just to talk. Basically, super grateful to have friends where we can just float around ideas for each other's projects and help each other win. So with all the massive CRO issues and development stuff that we've been having problems with, which has stalled so much stuff, we've lost a ton of money, probably well over $100,000 because of it in the last like 30 days, and been paying people to fix it. All of those experts, custom coding and this and that, still nothing's been done, and we're nowhere near even getting a solution going. I sat down with my right-hand guy, and in an hour and a half, we're done. Now, did we fix the original issue? No. But I found a creative workaround. And so we just duplicated pages, duplicated products, used a different subscription app, different bundle app outside of the issue so that we could still launch the thing we wanted to launch for Q4. Explain to me how all these other people, where that's their job, is to get this stuff working and get it. They're just trying to figure out the issue instead of, let's go over here. Which I understand is not ideal. And there's benefits to being in the other side. But it's done. Many people who are professionals and coders, 1 month, no solution. Me, no code, 1.5 hours,
solved. And ads live. I'm literally going to go to a restaurant right now, get some dinner because I don't want to cook, and I'm just going to launch all the ads. Like, it's about moving fast. It's not a perfect solution. We're still going to have to change things, but it allows us to get what we wanted to do live, which, especially this time of year, it's Q4. Right now we're in like towards the end of October. It's very important. Like, every day we're not doing this, what does that trickle into 2 months from now when the offer could have been scaled up and spending $10,000, $20,000 a day on ads? I mean, it could easily cost us minimum $1 million, probably up to $3, $4, $5 million if this delayed 60 days, which it's already been 30 days. So far we could have already lost 7 figures for sure. It matters. Sometimes you got to just sit down and do that shit yourself. I don't know. You don't need a big team. Don't fucking spend money on most people.
All right, time to go through pricing and work on getting everything onboarded, kind of in a rush, with the CRO agency who's going to help us out with a few things.
Hey man, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Went through the onboarding with the agency, got them everything they needed, and spoiler alert, they did actually solve the original problem. Took about 3 weeks and 10 grand. I give them a thumbs up. They did a great job.
Thank you.
See ya.
Speak soon.
Bye. All right, on to the next call. Time to fire people.
We've all built, bought, and sold our own businesses. So I've actually spent a lot of time in the food space. I had a candy factory. We started from scratch. We had 80 employees. We were in Sam's Club and Walgreens.
And within 6 months, we had 20x that. We had a $1.4 million a month top line.
Did a quick call with a broker who primarily specializes on the sell side with a lot of supplement and beauty-based brands. Just chatting with them, getting to know them. Always fun to chat with an experienced broker. I like how they some of them can provide a lot of value. Honestly, it's just good chats, but plant seeds early. And at the very least, you're going to meet a lot of people along the way. Maybe you can help them. Maybe they can help you. Yo, what's good?
Man himself.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Quick chat with my buddy Kevin Pack, going through some supplement-related stuff. Always good catching up with other people in the industry and seeing what they're doing. Fucking Meta Andromeda update, dude. I swear. This has really messed up our Q4 spending. We're trying to reiterate and test a lot of different stuff quick to get a groove with it, but they flipped the entire script again. And now our spending is only like $4 grand a day. We should be spending 20 a day right now. And our performance is worse at 4 than it was at 20 by a lot and inconsistent. So we're trying to figure this out. I'm jumping back in the ad account myself, been doing a lot of work and research and talking to people last week. So do what you got to do, but they really changed a lot. It completely changes the approach of ads. So, you know, especially in the time of year where we're trying to start spending a lot more. Obviously, there's more competition, but it's kind of thrown me for a loop. So I think we got a good strategy launch. So what I'm doing right now is actually launching a bunch of partnership ads. These are influencers of ours that have given us access to run ads through their page with posts that they've made on social for us. And that's been performing really well. It's one of the newish features on Meta that they really like and trying to promote. So getting good results with that, but not quite good enough. So, oh, and Google took a shit. Like, what the heck, man? Bad timing. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Wanted to run you guys through a couple quick updates. As always, this is what we're testing right now. I actually just launched a bunch of these this morning. We have an influencer that we paid for a lot of videos, but he's not posting on his page. So we have videos of him, but they're not public. So we're not running ads to his posts. We're privately uploading those, and they're going to run as ads from his page. Slight difference. So I will keep you guys in the loop on kind of how that performs, but the regular partnership ads have been, I'd say, in the top 20 percentile of our best performers over the last like 10 days. This is what a group call looks like inside of my coaching group. We do this every week. Just sit down and they get to kind of watch me do things live, go through performance on stuff, and see exactly what we're doing. But yeah, guys, if you need anything, shoot us a message in Slack. Again, if you want the group to review something, put it in the general chat. Other than that, we'll see you on the Thursday call, and then I'll be back with you guys next Monday. Enjoy your week.
Thanks for your time.
No worries, everyone. Have a good one. Cheers. All right, it is 4:30. Time for a call with an agency that we've been using for both meta media buying only and CRO work for some front-end landing pages and website redesign stuff. Letting them go from one side of that, and they're going to be continuing on for a while with the media buying side. We're kind of changing directions and just wasn't a good fit there, so letting them go. But we got a
kind of summarize a few things, numbers for last month, and just talk about plans moving forward. So there's still some synergy. And then pickleball. So let's bang this out, and then gotta roll. And catching a flight tomorrow. Company retreat. Let's go. Most of the call felt like a massive waste of time. It's just annoying when you keep looping the same point, and it's not really like an argument, but it's just like, why is someone not taking accountability for something? But whatever, there's a reason we're parting ways.
I will have the team set up another call invite for you.
All right, part 2 of that same meeting. We still have a lot more to go through, so went and played pickleball, and we're chatting again. It's like 8 at night already.
Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
Holy shit. That was almost 2 hours. It'd be like that. Time to make a steak. Ribeye. So it's November 4th. We're coming in hot to Black Friday and just the entire holiday season. And well, life's great. Enjoying time. Got myself a nice new notebook. I outgrew my other one that I had for years, so I like to write down stuff and keep track of things. But this last month, the main supplement brand finished at $694,000. It's really like a hair under 700 grand, which is 30% below the previous month, which was like 10% below the previous month, which was 20% below the previous month. So we've kind of, that's business. Like it's totally unreasonable to think. I have to remind myself of that, but I feel like I do a good job. Like completely unreasonable to always be up and to the right. But super grateful because I look at where we started on this brand even just earlier this year, and the growth trajectory has been awesome. We've built a lot of good systems. We've strengthened our team and our systems and our product and a lot of things. So just one step at a time. But I leave in 10 hours for the airport to head off for our annual company retreat, and super excited for that. We've got a lot of fun stuff to go through. It's gonna be a blast. But just sitting here kind of figuring out things we can do. There's been a lot of, I'm hesitant to say difficult conversations, but like direct conversations where we've just had to pivot and change things. We're in a season of testing. There's a lot of stuff that we need to try as a company. There's a lot of things that we're also reacting to with like meta ad updates and Google ads taking a crap and just the natural ebbs and flows, and then maybe a little bit of extra shit tossed on there. So trying to clean up the front end and kind of almost simplify, like pull back and be like, let's just go back to the basics and get that dialed so we can push spend. You know, like we should be doing a $2 million a month at some point in the next 3-4 months. Like we should. And it's not necessarily that I care just about the money and like the metric of hitting the thing. Like I'm very aware of what it means for the company long term. The new customer acquisition, we're really starting to dial in our LTV and the customer experience there. So I just want the new customers coming through and getting the opportunity to experience our product. That's what I want, right? And so I'll even do that at break even. I don't even need profit from it because we'll make it up in the long run by providing something that's great. And so it's just kind of one step at a time, but there's a lot of ebbs and flows and ups and downs. And I got to take some notes here in a second on a few things, but excited for what's to come. It's felt pretty smooth, but just almost like weird handcuffs, which I haven't ever really felt. Like there's weird dev and tech and coding issues on this side and then other platform things. And the subscription app recharge really fucked us and completely lied to me through the whole front end. I have all this recorded. Like just, I've been in the space for almost 10 years. I've worked with a lot of platforms. Absolute worst everything on that side. Craziness. So I will share that. But just random issues. So no complaints. It just is what it is. But excited to see what comes next so we can continue to grow. I'm having a lot of fun with what I'm doing. It's just different. So we'll see. Other than that, I am wrapping up my time here in Puerto Rico. As you guys know, for my other side of things, my personal residency, you do need to spend at least half the year here and have this as your primary residence where you have closer connections, which no problem, I do. But it's one thing to track. And I didn't come down here until mid-April, so that kind of starts the clock a little interesting. But we have like 57 days left in the year, and I've got, like 2 weeks left here. So it's all not entirely accurate. I missed some days in the beginning that weren't tracked, but just tracks my locations and flights and stuff. So yeah, it's been cool. I'm gonna head up here for like the bulk of November for company retreat and visiting our manufacturing facility in Arizona, as well as my house there that I never go to anymore. And then I'll come back down here for a bit
finish up the time, hang out, do a little bit of work, all through Black Friday, and then we'll head back out for most of December. So do a couple different snowboard trips, hosting family at my house in Arizona for Christmas, come back down here for January and stuff, and then Japan for most of February for a snowboard trip. So that's the rough game plan for a few months, but we've got a lot to do in between now and then. So it's been fun. Just want to kind of take you along for the journey and a look inside the operations, because we're really trying to get the main brand, like 25, 35 a year is kind of the push. There's a lot that needs to occur. Points where you go up and you optimize and you regroup, and then other shit can happen, good or bad, but like you scale and you pull back, you scale and you pull back. I feel like that's the path of growth that I've always gone through. But yeah, having a lot of fun. So I'm gonna finish up this work and get a little bit of sleep, catch this flight. I actually wrote in here on the 21st, so like 2 weeks ago. Sometimes, and this is related to most of the business annoyances that we've been facing, but sometimes the best solution is the simplest. It might not be ideal, but speed matters. Keep a small team, stay lean. So like, it is important to stay lean, keep costs controlled. But oftentimes, and I do this all the time, but like you jump to overcomplicate things with a crazy solution. And in this example, that could be like custom coding and building some wildly fucking custom thing, which can kind of get you what you want, but create problems later. And oftentimes just keeping a simple setup that allows for speed, I would say more often than not, is the right move. So, yeah. Other than that, I also did a preemptively kind of an end of the year thing on all my investments and just where everything I own is. It's been well spread out throughout the years. We've got 5 private equity investments, a whole list of properties, 2 of the companies, a couple of my accounts, my high yield savings account. I have no crypto, no stocks, none of that. It's just kind of nice and spread out. But I do like how I've been structuring my portfolio, because it's made some shifts over the last few years. And like I stopped buying real estate. That's what I was doing really aggressively. With real estate, I buy no-brainer deals. And I haven't really seen a lot of those in quite a while. I've been very, very spot on since I was 18 on real estate. Like judging locations, asset classes, renovations, projects, values, keeping everything on track. Like every single piece of what I've said has been incredibly accurate. And I don't teach real estate. So this is just for my own investments. But like when I say, no, I'm not going to do it because this market's going to be flat for the next 3 years, and then it's been exactly flat for 3 years. And rents have gone where, like, I feel like it's a pretty easy thing to predict. It's just a slow and long-term play. So like the apartment buildings I own, everything's cruising. Everything's doing really well. The houses I own and have owned and have sold, like everything's been executed. And now we're moving into a position of more cash versus real estate and more equity positions, not in stocks or crypto, but in companies, specifically with operators that I know and trust, in things I understand and could have influence over if I needed to, like spaces that I really understand. So it's fun stuff. I always enjoy that side of things, and that's actually why I would be more open to selling a company than I think some other people, because I actually have a lot of fun building stuff, sure, but I've always really enjoyed asset allocation. I've really enjoyed distributing capital. So making money and being able to invest it is something I find really enjoyable. Like that's genuinely something I would do in my free time. I've helped a lot of friends with their stuff. Just like I do a lot of research on this. Like this is just kind of my thing for a long time. So it sounds like a great time. Just be, hey, here's 50 mil, get to go distribute it over a couple of years and like find great places for it. Like it would just be weirdly fun. So one day. Turn to the side.
Right? Yeah. This should fit in there, no?
What do you think?
Dope.
Is it good without sugar coated?
God damn.
Is it the same one?
We modified it like 6 more
Oh my
times.
God.
It even tastes better than what you had, right?
New flavors are crazy. That's good. We'll try it with the sugar. So, we got about a third of our Q4 inventory here. Extra stuff sitting in bags. one of the facilities here.
And this is curing room number 2. Got the more final version of one of our newer flavors. So insane. These taste so good. Basically, all this stuff you see in here is going to end up in the trash. It's just constant tweaking and testing new flavor profiles and consistencies, but this right here in my hand is so good.
Went for a quick meeting at the production facility of an ice cream company I invested into. I'm not even a big ice cream person, but this stuff is fire. Protein ice cream.
Now time to head up into the mountains.
What a vibe. We get the same house every year. This spot is perfect. All right, we're gonna go 43X on the hip, not a belly band, because we're gonna be hiking, so this would be a lot of sweat. But first, one of the new products. You want one? The new flavor. Here we go. What are your thoughts?
Our returning customer about to be like 90%.
Holy shit. We spent the whole 2-hour car ride up here just talking about LTV and returning customer rate, and we have over 100,000 customers between all the platforms. And technically, you never need to get a new customer again if you built your back end correctly, gave customers an incredible experience. And so we're really trying to focus on that. Obviously, front end new acquisition is what we're good at, but how can we give such a good experience people come back and create that flywheel? So we're gonna go on a hike and clean all this crap up, get to work.
See, one of the things that we like so much about this house is you can walk directly out of the back, start walking up this mountain, and work your way onto some trails. Which, to be honest, although it's nature-filled, Sedona, Arizona, which is where we're at, does not really have a lot of homes you can rent that back up to a mountain. They're usually just in a neighborhood or something. So we like this.
It's all good.
All right, we are miles deep. Sun is setting, which means it's going to be a very, very dark walk back. But we've got these beasts, so it should be fun. Well, I think I have an adapter with me. At this point, and I don't know where this point is, but if you haven't liked and subscribed, I mean, that's kind of on you, you know? This is how dark it is. Thankfully, we have lights. Only one issue so far. 2 coyotes, 20 yards out, about 10 minutes ago. Came up on us a little quick, but they wanted nothing to do with us. They were like 35 pounds, maybe. Not that big. Plenty of food out here for them. Good morning, good morning. Another day, another long walk. This is going to be a walk that turns into a hike. That's different. Normally we just go up out the back. We're going to go on the road to a trailhead. Let's go. Dude, we got to get this house for a month next year.
Big bag.
Big bag. Ain't shit. It's free if the company pays for it, right?
Yeah.
Then the money's not real.
Well, no, all we have to do is
Be like every Miami guy, it's a write-off, so it's free.
50K subs, and then on one rebuild day, we'll pay for the entire.
We just go in and rebill all of our customers illegally. It's frowned upon. It's not illegal.
It was nothing. But I'd go to these movies with her, so she'd come pick me up.
Do it again.
Nah, I'm good. No camera. We're cooking. We're cooking. Oh, nah.
Fuck you, bro. You fucked me over.
Yeah, oh, I fucked you over. I fucked you over. I didn't tell you to do shit. I'm up in budgets. I'm up in budgets.
Back to you, sir.
Scaling.
Back to you.
Scaling.
I got a heavy.
All right, what a successful trip. Now, cold start. Not that impressive.
For a week up in the mountains, but we're working. We're doing a lot of planning and outlining next year, and it's been super fun. And so kind of working backwards off some numbers we want to hit. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, it's in God's hands, and I could kind of care less if it does, you know, I'd care if it did 5 million, but like if it does 20 million versus 25 versus 30, like, at
the end of the day, like just working in the right direction and giving customers a good experience, like you're going to do fine in the long run. Obviously, we can set all the targets we want, but being able to kind of have a clear plan and like backups that'll help us get there if for whatever reason this doesn't work, and just doing the effort that's needed to try, you know, like that's really all we're trying to do here. So it's been a lot of fun building this brand. It's been 90% of my attention for the last year almost. So like it's what I do.
Processing volume allotment is 6 million, but I'm not going anywhere. Recharge isn't going anywhere. Like what my whole take would be is let's see how things perform while you're completely using our platform for free with no processing charges at all, and we'll do right by you. I think we're kind of hopefully you've seen the investment on our side from helping pay for some dev resources.
One of the final calls with Recharge. I think most of the problems are behind us. Now it was just negotiating the deal structure moving forward. All right, we're basically at a resolution after months of back and forth with Recharge, a subscription app that we've worked with. Just so many integration issues, development issues that caused me to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars on development and custom coded stuff that I didn't want to do and I was told I wouldn't have to. So there's an issue there. They've helped make it right. It was a rough timeline for them to do so, which really kind of screwed our Q4 and messed up a lot of stuff with ads and conversions and water under the bridge. So we're trying to rebuild. I think we've got everything back up and running with better pages than we ever had before. So I was trying to, make the best out of a situation. So I think we'll be better off in the long run from it, but we'll see. So now it just comes into getting things running and scaling. Like my shirt says, scaling is cool. Shout out moms. She got me this shirt like a year ago. Gotta rep it. But I actually have 2 new ad accounts that we're testing for the main supplement brand. So we've got the main runner that's been a little unstable, and then testing 2 new ad accounts, which will be fun. So I think we've got a lot of momentum here. It's a couple days out from Black Friday. We've got nothing special going. Obviously emails will do well, stuff is doing good, but things are not exactly where they should be. So there's more work to do. A couple days later, a call to offboard our media buying team. I took back over running all meta ads myself a couple days ago. They just weren't doing what was needed inside of there, plain and simple. So I'll do it myself. It's always tough when things don't work out, especially when you know the person. People say like mixing business and friends can be difficult. I don't necessarily agree with that. But in general, clear communication always wins. Setting expectations very clearly always wins. At the end of the day, stuff's not going to work out. There's many reasons for it, especially in an industry like this. But sometimes you just got to move along and do something else because you can only continue trying stuff so long. And again, it's not like the fault is 100% on any party. There's a lot of variables. But again, some stuff just doesn't mesh, So other than that, here we are with pretty low spend for Black Friday. Disgustingly low spend. Like it's sad. It's sad. I mean, today is November 26th. We've got Thanksgiving tomorrow and Black Friday and then kind of the weekend, Cyber Monday. And I'm just trying to restabilize our main account. I launched 2 other accounts. It is what it is. But the fact that like yesterday, for an example, in this ad account, if I can just show you, we spent $1,500. Like, no offense to any smaller advertisers not spending a lot. I used to be there too. That does nothing. And especially when you were spending $20,000 a day and you were at least at $10,000 a day for multiple months, like that does nothing, especially in the peak time of the year. And so, and actually I will just show you this because it might offer some insight. This is maximum. Ignore this. It's an agency account. We didn't actually start this until no spend started happening until like January 15th of 2025. So this is really in the last 10 months. In the last 10 months, we've spent basically $1.8 million at a 1.56 ROAS. Right now, this metric setup, I would gladly do this every week. I would do whatever I needed to do to support that cash flow. I will take this result in terms of a summary any day of the week. I'd love to be able to spend $2 to $5 million a month at a 1.5, 1.6 ROAS. Like for me in this business and with our LTV and stuff, like dream scenario. So that's what I'm working towards. I don't need a crazy return, but back to it.
What up, pimps? It is Black Friday, 7:30 in the morning. Let's get to it. Biggest day of the year for e-commerce. Usually not for us, but it's a big one. We got the little battle station. I'm acting like I'm going to be here all day. I'm certainly not. About to go to the gym and do normal daily stuff, but let's talk about this. Let me show you some stuff. Let's start with this. Hayden never gets paid. Everybody gets paid long before Hayden, and Hayden's money is always trapped, okay? Now Hayden just got a payment. I like talking to myself in the third person, I guess. Let me show you this. So Hayden just got paid out for work that was done 6 months ago. I'm about 6 months behind on taking any sort of cash flow distributions on anything. But it's all good. So let me just start by showing you this. It's 10:30 here, but our business is based in a different time zone. I'm in Puerto Rico right now. All of our ad accounts, the online store, everything is based in that time zone. So it's 7:30 in the morning on the ad accounts. And this is where we are at. Let me show you this. So it's today. Primary ad account here, 20 purchases, under $20 each, which is crazy for us, 3.3 ROAS, which is just wild. Now, part of that is because we're not spending a lot. And this is the downside. Here, just hit a little refresh, 22. Now, I mentioned recently that I started launching other ad accounts. This one so far today, spending only 300 a day, 7 purchases, at almost a 6 ROAS, which is just ridiculous. And then there's one more. Let me show you this. This one I've only been warming up over the last literally 2 days, 3 days. So yesterday was 17 purchases at a 3.5 ROAS, and then today so far, 6.4. Now, 6.2. That's crazy. First of all, that's not normal. I don't care for that level of ROAS. I don't need it. I don't want it. I would much rather be spending a ton more. So, biggest downside we have right now in the business is we're just not spending a lot on the front end. So, I actually just let go of our media buyer, excuse me, a couple days ago. Took over everything, created these new ad accounts myself, and because it's low spend on the primary ad account, that's probably why it's doing better. Also because it's Black Friday, but naturally, I've just always gotten better performance than any media buyers we've had. So I'm just gonna take it over for a while because that's the biggest lever inside the business. But we have 3 ad accounts now running for the main supplement brand, all doing really well. My view on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, that whole weekend around it, I've been doing this. This is now my 8th year actually making money. I'll see if I can put up a thing showing a Stripe account and a Shopify store for my 2 companies at the time. This is my first year. I was 17 or 18 years old, my first year making real money on Black Friday. And so I've seen enough cycles of it to know what happens. It's typically not a new customer acquisition holiday, right? It's typically an opportunity to take advantage of customers you already have, and then people who are aware of your brand but haven't converted yet. So think people who have seen or interacted with content or added to cart but not completed a purchase. It's typically an opportunity to take advantage of that. So a lot of remarketing efforts, blasting on social media. Definitely the biggest piece of that is going to be hitting the email list. So all of that compounds. I see a lot of people jump in, they're brand new, and they're launching ads a few weeks before, I'm trying to get my stuff out before Black Friday. The truth is, it takes time to build into a position where you can actually take advantage of something like this, because even if you launched a few months ago and suddenly, let's say you blew it up, you're doing $1 million a month for the last few months, you're brand new. Black Friday still won't be that big for you because you might have high scale and be making more than people who are going to do really well on Black Friday, but you haven't had the time to acquire customers and build a large email list and warm that up. So there's assets that are built over time. So every year as you go, your Black Friday and Cyber Monday stuff should get bigger because you have larger lists of customers, people who have engaged with you and who are familiar with your brand. So it's kind of one of those long-term assets. And in this main supplement brand, a year ago, I wasn't running any Facebook ads, nor no Google ads, no nothing. We were just starting to do 10K a month, 20K a month on the Shopify store through influencers. We were on Amazon and TikTok Shop, so there was no real asset and stuff behind this. So now it's larger. We'll do probably our most beneficial sales through our email list. We clean the email list every few months. We remove people who are inactive for at least 60 days. But I'm super proud of our email team. We have everything very dialed there. So that's probably going to be, I'd say, our strongest point is for sure going to be email marketing. So excited for that. It's Black Friday. I'm going to get to it. We are starting off the day. Let me show you this. Starting off the day pretty decent over here at about $9,000 in sales. Again, it's 7:30 in the morning, a 10% conversion rate, which is obviously a little bit ridiculous. But yeah, our AOV will climb throughout the day. Typically we've been around 60, 61 AOV on front end orders. Obviously we have some subscriptions as well. But yeah, we'll see how the day plays out. But I've been up working for the last 3 hours. It's time for me to hit the gym and then get a meal in. Let's go. As always, we take the golf cart. All right, it is officially noon on the ad account and store time zone here. And we're getting moving for the day. Still holding basically a 10% conversion rate, which is ridiculous. AOV continues to climb. Sales are doing all right. Just wrapped up 2 Zoom calls, about to do one more with one of the guys on my team just to go through a couple things and review some early email performance. I think we have 6 emails that are going out today to the list, which is medium level aggressive. Like I know another larger brand that has 14 scheduled throughout the day. Usually standard plan is sending at least a couple throughout Black Friday and being a little more aggressive throughout the weekend and Cyber Monday as well. So yeah, should do pretty well on those. A couple of those have already gone out. I think 2 or the third one just went out at noon. Other than that, yeah, I'm probably gonna do a quick call with the team and then book a flight. I'll be headed out of Puerto Rico here for pretty much the rest of the year. I'm gonna stay here through Cyber Monday, maybe a couple days after, make sure everything's going well. I've already met my time requirement here in Puerto Rico for the year, but honestly, this is the perfect place to be, just dialed in and focused. I'm enjoying it, and I know that when I leave here, I'm not coming back until early January. I'll just be traveling around through December, so no reason to leave quite yet, but figure out where I'm going and book a flight here shortly. It's not Black Friday, by the way. It's Blag Friday. B-L-A-G-G. Blag Friday. All righty, I wrapped up those calls. Don't really have a lot else on the list for today. A couple random little things, maybe one more call. I'm booking a flight right now. I have a city and a state picked out. We're headed up to Tennessee and got a nice Delta One flight on the way up. So booking that right now, and yeah, I'll head out of here in like a week. Should give me enough time to obviously get through the weekend, Cyber Monday, through the rest of that week, anything else that needs to get done, and then I'll head out that next weekend. So should work perfect. And this is how you do flights. I rarely pay for flights. If I do, it's some cheap $100, $200 economy, whatever. But this, 52,600 points plus $5. And it's, I think, like a $1,500, $1,600 ticket. Honestly, not that crazy of a conversion. If I didn't have a lot of points, I wouldn't do that. I would keep it just for international travel, because I can usually get a little more points, 60 to 70,000 points. I can be on a $8,000 to $12,000 seat one way, first class international. So it's worth a lot more. But domestic, it's a little harder to find really good first class deals. So I'm not on them quite as often with points, but we have so many points. It's like, I'd rather not spend the money. And it's like, I'm not going to spend the $1,600 it would be for the short flight, 2 flights, to get to where I'm going. So I'd be in economy for $300. So I'd rather not spend $300 on a bad experience. I'd rather spend 52,000 points and $5. You know what I mean? Get a lot of points. So it's the perks of a business that spends money in advertising, I guess. I just submitted payment for yet another ridiculous tax payment, the estimated payment for Q4 for the main supplement brand. Just to give a little bit of insight, because it's kind of interesting on how things are structured here, because I'm down in Puerto Rico and that gives you some tax benefits. Yes, but when you have a US-based company that has ties to the US, like we have inventory in the US and there's people there, it's a company, right? So it's not just coming to Puerto Rico. I contract services and do a lot of work from Puerto Rico, from a Puerto Rican company, but it's still a separate entity. You have to do something called a transfer pricing study, which is a pretty expensive third-party study that gets updated every year from an actual legal firm that does it. And it basically allows you to do an analysis of all the similar companies, their margins, and what roles are being done. And it essentially comes up with a benchmark range that allows you to essentially transfer a certain amount of the profits somewhere else for services rendered. So long story short, a good healthy piece of the profit stays in the US and the remainder can come to Puerto Rico, and that's subject to change every year, the exact amount. But what that ultimately means is we still do pay a hefty amount of tax in the US. So it's not amazing, but it's really helped optimize my tax situation, especially as I grow this brand. Actually having the cash flow come out of it is another conversation. But in general, my tax situation has been pretty darn optimized over the last 5 years. I paid some pretty big, scary tax bills. I think like most people do when you first get things going, and it's like kind of blindsides you. But over 8 years of doing this, we've kind of been really optimized for 5. And there's reasons for that. A lot of real estate investing very early on. I started buying real estate when I was 19, still own many of those properties to today. That's really helped with depreciation. And ultimately, that's a longer story there. But then Puerto Rico for almost 4 years now out of the last 5 as well. And then just proper planning, being with the same quality people. I went through a lot of CPAs, and them having been with you for so long, and hey, there's what we're thinking for the next year or two. You can kind of start to game plan and maneuver and throw ideas, and they're familiar with your stuff, and it just allows for a smoother experience. So while my effective tax rate is still quite low, and the amount is still very solid that I'm paying, I'm very happy with the rate. It's a different question on where the money's being used. I think it's been much better now, but still a whole lot of crazy government waste. I am all for everybody who shouldn't be here getting the fuck out, and all the money that's being used in ridiculous ways, immediate termination of that. I think there is a ridiculous amount of waste. I'll go in there for free and chop it by 50%. No problem. No problem. You need an unbiased third party. I'll volunteer. Other than that, yeah. So just paid that large fund tax bill, which is the estimate for Q4 for this year. So it is what it is. I'm going to do a couple hours of little things and kind of future planning for some campaigns we're putting together over the next 30 days that we want to launch. So I was working with my creative team, the editor and the director there, to put together some campaigns, ideas for hooks and assets, and some different things that we'll need there that we want to launch here in the next like 2 weeks or so. Other than that, that's a wrap on Black Friday, at least on my end. I don't have anything else to do.
7 p.m. now on Black Friday, and I'm wrapping up my day here. I turn off all my devices at 10 o'clock, so I'm a little overdue. I'm shutting everything down for the evening. Pretty solid day. Obviously not quite what we wanted, but solid, profitable. Team had good execution. Let's have a good rest of the weekend and Cyber Monday. Hello! Cyber Monday is now over. It is Tuesday morning. I've been at this desk majority of the weekend. Honestly, didn't do too much crazy work, but did scale ad spend across all of the ad accounts. Went from, I think we spent like $3,000 on Black Friday, which, you know, results were great. Email did well and everything, but it wasn't, we just didn't spend a lot. So been working towards pushing that up. I think we're at $7,500 a day in spend just a couple days later. So that's cool. Here is what happened yesterday on Cyber Monday. So did basically the same as on Black Friday. I think we did like 22.5. So 21, solid conversion rate, everything fairly decent across the board. Amazon did 9,200 on Cyber Monday. We actually did a little better on Cyber Monday than we did on Black Friday, which I don't even know. I'm not the Amazon guy, but that's interesting. Amazon, we've just been battling reviews. We had like a partially bad batch of products that went in there, and it was a lot of units. So I'm trying to work on a plan to like ramp that back up. You can't fake reviews on Amazon. It's not worth going against terms and getting shut down. Like, it's just not a good idea. So we're doing what we can to slowly solve that over a 3 to 6 month window. But other than that, it was a decent Cyber Monday. I'll just be sitting here working this week. Just paid a bunch of people for last month. A lot of the people that are on like performance-based stuff. So that always gets calculated the first couple of days of the next month. Had a pretty decent weekend overall. Nothing too crazy, but leading up into Black Friday, had a nice spike. Good Black Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, pretty strong. So overall, no complaints, not breaking any records, but it's been decent. I'm just glad we're finally working the ad spend back up. So should be fun to see what happens here over the next like couple of months. It's like 35 degrees in Nashville. It's like midnight. Time to go get some sleep. Good morning, quick grocery run. Got a couple of things, get us through the next day or so. Typically I only eat 2 meals a day, so that makes things a little easy, but when traveling, sometimes I'll go down to 1, or I make a small breakfast at the house. And these are the waters you always need to get, because even if they do have filtered water, when was the last time a freaking Airbnb changed their filters? So I am one of those slight snobs about water, and you can actually get these in glass bottles into the airport. You just say it's medical grade water, and they can't ask you any further questions, and they can look at it, swap it if they want, but you can very easily get these on the airplanes. So travel hack for you, but yeah, it's like 8:15 in the morning. Just finished reading, about to get a little bit of work done, and then headed off to church. Gonna try a church out here in Nashville that I've never been to. It's actually slightly south of Nashville, but that should be cool. And yeah, then just be kind of hanging out, exploring all day. Gonna be doing some open houses today, and then have some property tours scheduled throughout the week. Meeting up with like the 3 people that I even know in Tennessee. So that'll be cool. And it's freezing. It's like 33 degrees out. I came from Puerto Rico. I don't even have cold clothes there. Like cold weather, I have like 2 pairs of pants and like a light little sweater. I have a hoodie, but oh my gosh, it surprised me how cold it is. All right, fun day. It is time to head and get some dinner. One of my boys told me there's a super good Greek spot near here, so about to go get some souvlaki or something. Acquired. We're here in the Gulch, if you know where that's at. They got a whole vibe going on. It's been freezing out here. It's not too bad right now, but I did not pay for parking because it wasn't working, so at least we didn't get a ticket. And just like that, we made it back.
I am ready to eat. I had a light breakfast after church, and that was it. And I'm starving because I hadn't eaten since breakfast the previous day because I was traveling for part of the day. Also, if it wasn't so cold, I'd go play golf. Brought my club so I can play a few rounds in Arizona through the holidays. And some basmati. The best Greek food I've ever had was actually in Toronto when I was up in Canada not long ago. Better than in Greece. I was in Athens, went to Poros, and traveled around, and I mean, pretty much strictly ate chicken. I mean, it's just so good out there, but it was better in at least this one restaurant in Toronto, so I'll give it to them. God is good though. God is great. Another good meal. I'm grateful for it. There's an auto shop right next to my Airbnb, and I was wondering what was revving. It sounded like an F1 car, super loud while I was on a Zoom call. A little 458 with a fat wang and a diffuser, all right. Little body kit, arrow piece on the front. I've got a bunch of work calls here this morning, so that's all I'm doing. Call number 1 done with a guy named Santi, who used to be a dishwasher and started watching my econ videos like way back in the day. And we went from 1 million to 4 to 17. This year they did 40 million and continuing to grow. So really, really sick to see. I don't really do one-on-one calls with people ever, like a couple times a year, if that. But he wanted to learn some systems and cash management stuff and how to structure the cash flow inside of the business. So I'm more than willing to chat with an operator who's doing some cool stuff. So just knocked that out, and we've got 5 more meetings back to back. And I'm a little bit sick, so that's fun. All right, it's 7 p.m. I have not left the house today. I just Uber Eats, DoorDashed, a bunch of waters, Greek food, and then from a different spot, 3 oranges is what I had delivered. Trying to get back in tip-top shape for tomorrow. I never get sick. It's not like I'm sick. I just have low energy and a little bit of like sore muscles. But we're gonna hit some oranges. Someone was like, yo, you need vitamin C supplements. And I took offense to that. As somebody who sells supplements, for starters, I have a problem with people who jump to immediately take a supplement version of the real thing. Take the fucking real thing. A supplement is just that, supplemental. If you can't, or if you need extra. Like, dude, if you're sick and you need 3 oranges to have the right dose of vitamin C, then have 3 oranges. Ain't that big of a deal. Meal's a mess, if anyone knows how to juggle. I'm gonna chill out, I'm done for the night. It's cold. Had a couple of private house showings today for some stuff with land. This one was 8 acres in a very, very prime location. So it's quite expensive, very large house. You got ATV trails out the back that lead to a river. It's got a whole barn with a guest house and space for animals, a couple of pasture fields for some stuff. They had like horses and chickens and goats and all that stuff. So pretty cool. Then drove down like 45 minutes to a much more rural area. Drove past Dave Ramsey's headquarters and checked out 36 acres, much more rugged terrain, really cute, cozy farmhouse. It was like super good family vibe. I actually really liked it. A little too far out for me, unfortunately, and the soil isn't as high quality. A lot more mud and rocks there, so you don't get as much vegetation. Both of those properties had something relating to Proverbs in it, which is one of my favorite books in the Bible. The second house, it was written on the whiteboard where they homeschool their kids. Turned to the real estate agent, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, that's a sign. We're gonna ask, because you always get consent, even though she already gave it. Let's rock. Hola, buen día. ¿Cómo estás? It's a beautiful day. It is 3:15. My flight boards in just over an hour. I'm 30 minutes from the airport, and I have to check a bag, but it's fine. Could care less if I miss the flight. Just had a lovely, lovely day and morning with my future wife. And I can say that with incredible confidence. That's some luck, grace, and didn't expect that one. Really didn't. But grateful for it, for sure. Tennessee is gorgeous. I came at kind of a dull time. It's no colors or nothing, but that's all right. Off to the airport. You look like you live in the metaverse.
I do.
You can do a hover while you're... Okay.
If your thumb is here, that's the orange.
Short barrel. This actually almost does feel like a 7.
Alright, you're above the fence.
Tried to go around the tree. Is it breaking the law if they don't catch you?
Well,
No.
it's
Cool. Glad we got that sorted.
we like him too.
A lovely day for a ride. I grew up riding tracks and trails. Not on this.
Hey, your wife's calling you. Wave hello.
It's been like a month. It works. Nice. Went to my house for like 5 minutes to pick up a car and like 20 guns because we're going to do some shooting, and then went over to my friend's place. Corey just got a new steering wheel. And walk him through the paint matching you just did. First of all, this thing had a wrap that he put on like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Gone.
And then, so what we did, we paint matched the fender flares, we smoked the tail lights, we paint matched the bed pans, the rear bumpers.
And I'll save us some time. This crazy guy did literally everything, and it came out looking nice. It does look good. You gotta see how many guns I have in this car right now. It's fucking absurd.
This is my blues.
Look at how fluffy.
Yeah, it's like a bed.
Jump in it. 40 bucks. Scratch that. 200.
Give me the cash right now.
Okay. I do actually have my wallet.
Yeah, they drilled it this summer and then they
I was just seeing how sharp it was.
2.5 acres here, staked out for house and garage plans. Nice spot. Get some horses in the backyard, the neighbors. Which one do you like? White one?
They're both hungry.
Wow, you would say the white one.
It looks like a cow.
That's rude. How would you feel if someone said that to you? That's mean. All right, it is time to go to the gym, even though we're in the middle of nowhere and it's like 35 minutes away. Let's go. All right, this is what you do when your friend parks next to you at the gym. Ready? I'm about to get you. You take one hollow point. There you go. Hit a quick push day, then swung by an ice cream manufacturer that I invested into a while ago to grab some ice cream for the family, and then Chipotle, of course. Back in the States, got to get it. Then we put a GoPro on the roof and got this crazy time lapse overnight. It was pretty cool. There was a meteor shower going on. You couldn't really see that, but you could see all the planes flying in and stuff. Monday morning, time for a little pickle before work. Let's go. Had some time before my Monday morning meeting started, so we played pickleball for about an hour. It was a great time. Worked for a bit, had a couple of calls, and then some bad decisions might have been made. Going good, Ryan. How are you? You guys haven't been connected yet. Dennis and I have been tinkering around with stuff for 8 or 9 years now, so he's kind of the right hand here helping me with everything. So it was a larger upfront investment just in terms of the unit count. Wrapped up the calls, and then remember what I just said about a bad decision? So remember that drone we were flying around? My buddy who's a genius is like, yeah, let's go get a bunch of videos drifting and doing stupid stuff. And it was going great for like an hour and a half. We had completely destroyed the car. It was making horrendous noises, metal dragging, destroyed it. These roads are bumpy. So it's gonna need to go to the shop anyways. And then crashed it. It was actually the funniest thing ever. It really wasn't a ton of damage, but good times. All right, time to head out of this spot and go to Airbnb number 1 out of 4. The golf clubs, some weaponry. We got both vehicles full of additionals, because we're gonna be doing some shooting in the desert shortly. So it'll be a good time. Just getting checked into the Airbnb. We've got a sauna out back, which is nice. This random project that I just never did anything with a long time ago with a nice upper and some random crap lower I bought for next to nothing. All right. Now we get all this stuff. This car is so dirty. Whatever. Groceries are acquired. This car is so fucked up, but I love it.
Oh, and then a stay in?
You're good. You're good. Left side.
Fucking dinosaur.
159 double push for all the money. Let's see it. Come on.
That's so good.
All right, so Leighton is leading the charge from a gambling perspective. He's up. Benton just bet me $10 that he can make this par 4, 400 yards in a bogey or less with only a putter.
Right this way.
All right.
Terrible.
Couldn't do any better.
I could definitely do better. I could get this thing 200 yards.
It's not bad.
Too short. Too short. Now that you know what I'm capable of, double or nothing.
Hey.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. You might be dropping. It might be over already.
Deal?
Yeah.
All right, third. No, it's just for another 10.
Never a doubt.
Let's go.
$100 I make it over the water.
Oh, you want one shot?
Go.
Made a quick pit stop and met up with Shannon. She's the lovely lady that sells me a ton of granola, like $300 to $500 a month worth. Met her at the farmer's market. She makes an incredible, super healthy product, and I give it to everybody. Everybody loves it. And we got a bunch of people coming into town. I think 4 or 5 of them arrived today, so.
It's painful even for me.
It's not even my money, it hurts.
Ouch.
Oh, this is gonna be good. It's not looking good.
There's no way.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. There it is.
No way!
Got checked into the Airbnb, got a movie theater, farm animals, guest house, some land. It's a perfect spot to host Christmas for the family and spoil them a little bit. Family loves the house. They were tripping out. That's all that matters. Time to go get some food and then take everybody to the shooting range, outdoors, 300 yards. It's always intense when you're bringing a bunch of new people at once to go shoot who either have never shot a gun or who don't often. Safety is a huge priority. I do not take that lightly. So basically that was my job, is making sure everyone's being safe, making sure there's ammo in the guns, they know how to use them, and helping people one by one understand each one. We brought out 5 or 6 ARs, brought out a couple of the hunting rifles me and Corey go out with, 6.5 Creedmoor, my new Weatherby 308 setup. So did that, had a couple of 22s out there for the girls, one of them lever action ones that was fun, just so they could have some lighter stuff to shoot, and then a bunch of handguns as well. So just keeping everybody safe, and I was able to shoot a little bit, which was fun.
It's literally the best AR in the world, isn't it?
Oh, I love that one. What are you thinking thus far?
Pretty sick.
7 mil PRC, this shit's crazy. Lever, yep. Here's the backyard of the house. Arizona is just gorgeous in December. The weather's perfect. It's awesome to see everyone having a good time. Honestly, nothing brings me more joy than being able to use some resources to make other people have a great time. Behind the stalls here, we got a bunch of fruit. We've got oranges, grapefruits, and lemon tree. I love Arizona. And I'm about to make some food, so this will go perfect for my breakfast. December is the best time of the year for fruits in Arizona. At my old house, I had like 36 fruit trees. Almost all of them were citrus and orange trees. And the navel oranges are the best. This is not a navel orange tree. But I'm gonna pick some fresh fruit here. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
How is it?
Breakfast fit for a king.
Excellent breakfast with the family. We got some people that headed to the airport to go pick up some more people. Now, I get the opportunity to go to the gym. And this is how I view it. What a blessing it is to have the opportunity every day to wake up and go make yourself a better version of who you are. Right? Like my future wife deserves that. Like I'm going to the gym right now to make myself a better me for the person that she deserves to have as a husband. Think about it like that. Might make you work a little harder in certain aspects. I try to do that with working myself. So let's go get a good workout. Cardio today. All right, it's December 22nd, 7 in the morning. Been up writing for like an hour. Now we get some work done. We left the door open all night up here. So it's 62 degrees. But I'm about to go in the movie theater, throw on some music and stuff while I work.
Let's shoot up and then the BSR will drop. So hopefully I'll like force this down into like 70 or 80,000 and we can try to catch some momentum there.
All right, do better. All right, so as always, we're gambling. We had a 4-hole push, and on the 5th, I just won with a birdie. So that was the big money. Corey's closing on a house on the phone or something, and now we have a lovely par 3. How you feeling over there, Mr. Aviator?
Could be better.
Could be better, could be worse.
Could be worse, yeah.
All right, what's up, buddy?
About to have some fun?
We rented 5 side-by-sides. So we've got a whole crew out here. Let's go. And we got a flat tire. So there's not much else to do. Supposedly there's a dude in a truck and a trailer coming to get us. We're gonna go try to find him. We gave him coordinates over the phone. Phone calls kept dropping. Whatever. Brought some of my family for a quick tour of one of our facilities here in Arizona where we do R&D for new products. They've never really seen what I do up close. This is the first time I've showed them anything in person, which was pretty cool. Did our Secret Santa with everybody. Bunch of funny, hilarious gifts. Always a good time. Then we jumped in the movie theater and watched Elf.
Looks like a Christmas tree.
And then woke up on Christmas Day, went to feed the horses and hang out, and it was just a nice chill day with everybody.
Step up.
I've also been very much so enjoying having a pretty well-equipped home gym at this Airbnb. I've been hitting multiple shorter workouts every day. It's been a really good routine. This was workout number 3 of the day. All right, now we go shooting. 6 months pregnant, and she could still dust you. And that's her AR. She built that.
Yo.
And it's the next morning. Everyone is gone. I have the house to myself all day today before I check out late tonight. Basically spent a couple hours doing some Bible study. Been going very deep on super specific topics that I'm curious about. So it's nice to just be peaceful, alone at the house after a chaotic and busy but great couple of weeks with everyone. All right, and I'm back at Corey's. He is out of town or something. I just dropped off some fun toys with him. And now I'm headed out of where I've been at for the last few weeks with family. Have an Airbnb in Scottsdale for the last like 5 days that I'm here through New Year's. Be with a bunch of friends and stuff who live up there in North Scottsdale. And then I bounce out on the 1st. So let's go. It was a great time with the family. Pretty much everybody left today. Excellent time on the holidays as always. Very grateful. I should just steal his truck at this point. It's more fun than this. And just my luck, got a nail in the tire, so I just replaced both of the rears right before going out of town. It is December 31st. Happy New Year. It's currently 8:30 in the morning. Been up for a few hours, and now I'm heading 40 minutes away to go pick up a retainer that I needed from an orthodontist, and then driving 30 minutes to my buddy's house. I gotta drop off my last gun with him because I'm leaving. So the daily carry is going over with him. And then I got to drop this car off later today to get repaired. and then we'll Uber out tonight for what we're doing for New Year's. So should be fun. Been a great year. Above all else, an amazing opportunity to continue to learn and just move forward in what I believe to be the right direction. So it's been great. I'd have to say the thing I'm the most proud of this year is my relationship with God and how much that has grown and how much fun it's been to dive into it. I pray that that continues. I'm also having a ton of fun at work. I'm doing a lot of new stuff that's like just different day to day than I've ever done. Like my company is running really well without me. It's worth something. We've had interested parties that want to buy it. So it's just a lot of fun to continue focusing on the growth there. I have more liquidity than I've ever had, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it's fun and there's reasons for it. And I'm just in a good spot. Honestly, this last year I made a lot of not difficult decisions, but uncomfortable ones that took a lot of strength that I had to pray for to make those decisions. But I do believe it's in the best interest for the right direction of my life. Proud of my growth. My physical fitness has gone to a whole other level this year, which is awesome. There's always a lot more to do, but very grateful for this year and how it's played out. So yeah. Corey got a new toy. I'ma drive it. Let me drive the bus. No foot brake. These are flipped. Back's on the left. Let's see what we got here. Oh my God, this is so poppy. I feel like those kids are just wheeling the surround. We're at the worst place if you're trying to not spend money. Last time I came in here, I was here to just hang out like I am today, and I spent almost $500,000. Always some fun toys. Now we drop off the M4. Went and had a lovely New Year's Eve dinner with a bunch of friends and then watched some fireworks. Woke up the next morning, packed, had way too much baggage, went to the airport. I'll be traveling to like 6 or 7 spots throughout January and then spending most of February in Japan and then Los Angeles. So a lot of stuff planned. It'll be a busy couple months on the road, but it's going to be a great one. What an incredible year it's been. I hope you enjoyed this video. I haven't done something like this ever, but just figured I would document many months of my life because it's something cool that I can look back on later.